All right, time now for a check on the forecast. If you got a chance to get out, it felt like summertime.
Yeah.
I mean, we are there.
It was warm today. We didn't quite hit 90. We got to 89, which was close. We'll get a little bit of a break the next couple of days, but maybe this weekend we'll be close to that 90-degree heat again. Your weather headlines tomorrow, I know it's Wednesday, but it might be the best day of the entire week. Drier and mild overnight. Not as warm. I'm going to call it near perfect Wednesday because temperatures are going to be ideal, low humidity, wall-to-wall sunshine. And then this weekend, we're talking about a warm-up and then isolated afternoon storms. Unfortunately, we'll be back in the forecast, though they're not going to be that big of a deal. Honestly, you'll be able to dodge most of it. Today, we had some pretty good storms all around us, not over us. You see the temperatures. These are closer to where we should be for a high. That might be our high temperature tomorrow. For the year, though, we're still on pace for the warmest year on record. So far, we're already having the warmest year on record, even with what has been a relatively cool start to May. So far, it's been the coolest month of the year. Look how warm the year started. Still over 4 degrees above average for the year. 3 degrees below, though, for May because of that cool week we had last week. But things will be turning around here, obviously, over the next week or so. That cold front pushing through. Northeast winds tomorrow will give us some cooler air. But then Thursday and Friday, the warm, humid air starts to surge back in. And you see kind of the pop-up storms developing to the west. That's going to be the trend going into the weekend. So we'll stay dry for the rest of the week. But Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that 30-40% chance of afternoon storms will start creeping back into the forecast, and we'll get a break from the humidity. Dew points will be very comfortable here for Wednesday and Thursday, 40s and 50s, but then we go into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We start creeping back into the 60s for dew points. That's when it starts to feel humid. Not quite to the air you can wear territory yet, which is up there in the 70s. Now, long range, there are signs that temperatures will actually stay pretty close to average. There's going to be a huge heat wave in the Pacific Northwest and Western Canada. That'll be a big deal because remember all the snow they had this winter. That's going to melt a lot of that snowpack. Flooding will be a big concern out there. A little warm over the southeast, but kind of cool in the middle. So over the next 6 to 10 days, expect temperatures to kind of stay right where they should be. The other good news, the pollen, the tree pollen finally beginning to level off as we're getting back into some more normal pollen levels. Now, as we go into the summer, if you're a grass allergy person or maybe the molds, those are the things we start looking, unfortunately, towards this summer. Wet weather in the middle of the country the next 7 days. We're actually going to remain pretty dry around here. We could actually use some rain during the growing season here in May. You want to get some substantial rain every week, about an inch or so. Haven't seen that last week. Not going to see it this week either. But tomorrow, the weather is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Wall-to-wall sunshine, a little bit of a northeast wind switching to the south late in the day. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows that steady warm-up going into the weekend. And by Mother's Day, we're going to be pushing 90 degrees with heat, humidity, and a pop-up storm. And looking ahead to next week, you get the idea. Temperatures will generally be in the low 80s. But remember, our average high now is right around 80 degrees.